everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel, and welcome to a new series I'm starting called Getting to Know. And then it's going to be each doll. I'm going to get to know different dolls through this series so that you guys can see kind of the measurements and the information about different dolls in case it's something you're looking for, or just sort of as a catalog of different dolls that have come out over the years. So the first doll that I'm going to use for this series is my Nikki Britt mini Wendy doll. Now this can be a little confusing because Nikki actually has a sculpt that's called the Wendy sculpt. This is not the Wendy sculpt. So this sculpt is actually the Liam sculpt. And she did that sculpt for Modern Doll Collectors Convention in 2017. Liam sculpt as Peter Pan was the convention doll that year. And then these Wendy dolls, because you know Peter Pan and Wendy, these Wendy dolls were the centerpiece dolls at the final banquet. I don't remember exactly how many there were. I think there were between 15 and 20. There definitely were not more than 20 of them. So very, very limited. The only other time I have seen her have any of these dolls is at shows. So there was never a pre-ordering period for this doll. If you want one, the best bet is to find someone who's selling their Peter Pan Liam. He is in a, I can't remember the name, but it's a tan resin, where the Wendy centerpieces are in this apricot, which is her fairer resin. So very limited dolls. They all had Nikki's face up, and there's something really cool about having one of Nikki's dolls with her face ups. A lot of her collectors like myself prefer to get her dolls with her face ups because her face ups are amazing, number one, and they just really make her dolls uniquely hers. So that's really cool about them. But anyway, some statistics about Wendy is she is YOSD sized, so she can wear little fee clothes. And if we're going to measure her with my really ugly measuring tape here, she is right at 10 inches tall. So she's just about 10 inches and, you know, really close to that little fee size and can wear those same clothes. Her wig size is a 6'7", so she can wear a size 6'7" wig. And then her eyes that she's wearing here are a 14, so you can see she's got really big eyes. A 12 would fit in there, but the iris is usually going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be too small for this doll, but some people might like that look. So anyway, the centerpiece dolls, they came with these felt overdresses, and then they had a layered skirt underneath, so you can see the different layers of the skirt here. A pair of socks, and they all had, some had tights, some had socks, and then they had different shoes. So Nikki does source a lot of her shoes and wigs directly from Monique. So the shoes and wigs were just various ones from Monique Trading Company. You know, they have shoes and wigs, and they have all kind of doll supplies actually. I don't know if she gets her eyes from them. You know, I don't think she does, because I think these eyes are a little better quality than what Monique offers, but I could be wrong. They could be from Monique, and I just haven't noticed that they had those before. The other thing she had is she had this cute little aviator style hat and aviator goggles. Now Nikki hand painted all these goggles. She sculpted them out of resin, so they're super duper cute, and they were a part of the centerpiece doll. Now the thing that makes this doll so super unique as compared to the Liam doll, and besides the resin tone, so it's the same facial sculpt, but if you have a Liam, or you see this picture of Liam, you may notice that the mouth looks different, because my girl is really toothy. She's got a mouthful of teeth, where Liam just has the 2 teeth. Well, the centerpiece dolls came with these interchangeable mouthpieces, and I'm going to show you how that works right now. So I'm going to take off her wig and hat, and I'm going to show you her faceplate that comes off. So here's her face. But in the back, you can see the mouthpiece can be removed and can be changed out for one of these other mouthpieces. So I'm going to show those to you guys. So this mouthpiece is the one that came in the Liam dolls. So it's kind of got 2 teeth, really cute, really youthful look to that. And then there was another mouthpiece that's missing the 2 front teeth. So that one's really cute too. So that's something that's really unique about this doll. She also had made a mouthpiece that had a tongue that stuck out, but she found that when the tongue piece was put in, it would mess up the face up or the paint around the mouth. So she actually never included that in any of the dolls. As far as I know, the only dolls that came with the mouthpieces were these centerpiece dolls. If she has sold some of this Sculpt at various shows. I've seen just a handful, not very many, just a few, and I don't honestly know if they came with the extra mouthpieces or if that's something she didn't include, sort of like with Liam. I just noticed for the first time ever that mine has a 6 on it. So they were probably numbered too inside the head. That's very interesting. And the faceplate also has that 6. So I had actually never noticed that before. But like I said, Nikki's face-ups are very desirable from her collectors because she does so few of them a year, and they're very, very sweet. So I am glad I was able to get this doll in the end. Because what happened is, I actually didn't plan on buying this doll. So let me tell you guys that story. I am the administrator of the Nikki Britt fan club on Facebook, and so what I had wanted to do is I had wanted to, because a lot of people can't travel to conventions and do things of that nature, and Nikki's dolls with her face up are very difficult to get, and especially, you know, something like this, a full set with her face up and her outfit and, you know, the concept and the story and all that, very, very hard to find. So what I decided to do is I was going to get one of the centerpiece dolls, and the way Modern Doll works is if you want a centerpiece doll, you have to put your name into like the hat or the bucket, and they draw names for the opportunity to buy, because they don't have as many centerpieces obviously as they have people at convention. So what they'll do is you put your name in if you want to buy the doll, and then they will draw names at the end. Well, I put my name in, but they also had some extra dolls. So everybody that put their name in got one. I want to say there were like 3 left over at the end. It wasn't many, but they were expensive. So they retailed, they were $1,000. So they were expensive dolls. So by the end of convention, you know, a lot of people don't have that kind of money left over because they've been in the sales room shopping, not to mention the travel and all the other things that go into it. But there was some left over. So what I ended up doing is I ended up getting myself one too. So what I did with the other one is, of course, I offered it I had people put their names in the fan group, and I drew for who had the opportunity to buy the other one. But then I ended up keeping this girl, and she's so sweet and just so unique. But I want to show you guys the other stuff that I have with her. So on the table, they were all holding these little airplanes, and that had to do with the story, because this was like a modernized version of Peter Pan, and so that's why you have the whole aviator theme going on. And then there was also a map at each place. I'm going to show you guys this. Now this is just, you know, some kind of place mat that they got from somewhere, and mine is very wrinkled up because I traveled back via plane, and I had to, you know, put everything in my luggage, which, you know, whatever. So it got kind of bent up, but I have that. So she came like that with her little plane. And then there were also, of course, I've got her mouthpieces, so I'll put those there. There was also treasure scattered around the table, so I grabbed some of the treasure pieces. So that is like the full, complete look of how that doll was, and just really kind of cute, and loved the story behind it, which I'll be honest, I can't remember the entire story now. It was like a aviation sort of modern twist on Peter Pan. So really, you know, rich storytelling from Nikki's end. And this was before I was filming things. So unfortunately, I don't have any footage from 2017 because that was my first time actually going to Modern Doll Collectors Convention. It's the first time that I was really able to, because prior to that, you know, I switched careers in 2014, and then I was in grad school for a while, and then I was taking my CPA exam, which if you've ever taken the CPA exam, that is a life killer for about a year of your life. Basically, it's like on The Princess Bride. I've just sucked a year of your life away. How do you feel? It feels pretty terrible, but when you're done, it feels great. So, anyway, that's my life story. We're talking about the doll, but that was the first Modern Doll Collectors Convention I had been to. So unfortunately, I only have the few pictures that you've seen here throughout this program of these dolls, but really gorgeous doll. I really love the unique mouthpieces. To me, that's what makes her so cool. There's a few artists that have also done dolls with mouthpieces, but they're just really fun, and she's just a real cutie. And again, I think being one of Nikki's collectors, and I've been one of her collectors, I want to say since 2015 or 2016, I believe this is one of the most rare sculpts that is out there because, like I said, now, most rare sculpts, I take that back because there were a lot of the Liam dolls, or the Peter Pan. I say Liam because the sculpt is called Liam. The doll for the convention was called Peter Pan. There were a lot of the Peter Pan dolls done, but again, they didn't come with the interchangeable teeth. Now, if you're the crafty type, which I'm not, you could make your own set of teeth for that, but very few of these dolls actually came with this full set with Nikki's painting with all the extra teeth. And so that makes her extremely special, and I would say that makes her, you know, I talk about the word rare versus hard to find, whatever. I estimate, like I said, a maximum of 25 of these dolls were made. I'm not really sure exactly the number, but I know, I mean, I guess it's between 15 and 20. That would be my estimate. So not a whole lot of them, and most of them, you rarely see them anymore. See people posting them anymore. I think the last one I've seen is actually a picture of her that I've shared. So anyway, she's just a fun one, and I wanted to put her out here so more people could learn about her because she is I would say, rarer doll. You know, and she's really unique. And oh, I didn't tell you about her joints. Her knees and her legs are double jointed, so she's got a double jointed knee. And she's got double jointed elbows, and you know, she's got the wrist joint, and then she's got that chest joint up top that has the socket that locks in place if you want to use that. So anyway, I think that's all the details about her that I wanted to share with you guys. So hopefully now you have gotten to know Nikki Britt's little Wendy, aka the little Liam sculpt. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you like this series. I plan to keep it up with some of my other dolls so that you guys can learn more about all the different types of dolls, at least that I have. There's a lot more dolls out in the world than the dolls that I have, but she is one of them, and she's a little bit, you know, rarer and not seen as much. So hopefully you enjoyed this. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below which doll you would like to get to know next. Of the dolls that I have in my collection, obviously you can ask. I may have it, I may not, but I will do my best to accommodate you if I have that doll. And I plan to get around to doing it with all of my dolls. Like I said, I think it'll be great for cataloging the dolls and also for just having the information out there for other collectors if they're looking for the doll, or if they're looking for accessories for the doll or whatnot. So again, just to recap, her eyes are 14, wig 6'7", and she can wear little feet clothes. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.